At Southwest Airlines, our biggest problem before our automation effort was paper everywhere. We would get copies of the invoice in through the fax from our discount vendors, and then automatically they would send a paper copy through the US mail, or we would have an invoice that came in for approval. We'd send it out. The vendor would call to check on it. Before we had gotten that back, in our system it looked like we'd never received the invoice, so we'd ask for another copy. So we often had 2 to 3 copies of an invoice floating around our system. One of our biggest benefits that we expect to see from the transformation effort is going to be location knowledge of where our paper is, where the invoices are in the process, who has ownership of them, whether or not they've been paid, and then being able to get that information out to our vendors and our customers more easily. We also hope to be able to increase the amount of working capital we have available for the company and to increase our take-in discounts. Our transformation effort encompassed both a move to a new ERP from a mainframe system and our new e-invoicing system at the same time, and it was a very complex process trying to get all the pieces lined up at the same time. We were really lucky in all of our partners, both our direct software partners and our implementation consultants. They held our hands and helped paint the way and really gave us a yellow brick road to follow to make it through the implementation. I have a long list of takeaways from this year's PayStream Summit. Many of our ideas around working capital, while we had a good idea of where we needed to go, I'm learning now they're not as fleshed out or as broad as they could be. And so I've got a lot of to-dos to go back and do my research and learn a lot more about things that I didn't even know existed before I came to the conference. As a first-timer at the PayStream Summit, I really have come away with a lot of to-dos. I've found that we've gone some steps down a lot of different paths, especially working capital, but we haven't had, our thinking hasn't been broad enough. And so I've learned a lot of things here that I need to take back and do more research in and make sure that we're thinking as a company down those lines, because they were just honestly things we didn't even know about beforehand.